Hi, welcome to Coral Roots. I'm Adrian. This is my husband Eddie, a reluctant participant in the channel. Meet our golden retriever, Carol. Claire joins us as a special guest from time to time. And we live in Cape Coral, Florida. This channel is devoted to all things living that summer 365 lifestyle. Follow along as I serial start new projects and learn from YouTube University.
Ciao ragazzi! Welcome back to Coral Roots. Not at home in Cape Coral. I am at our investment property. If you're new here, back in January, we closed on a house on the east coast of Florida. One of our daughters is going to grad school, and the rents over here are pretty high. So rather than have her have to take out loans to pay rent, we ended up buying this property so that she can pay us rent as well as get some roommates to offset the mortgage and then thus investment property. So we've done a ton of work. I have a whole plethora of items that I'm trying to get done, like the last little checklist items. Right now, we currently don't have any roommates, but we would like to change that very soon so that we can start offsetting the mortgage. Let's walk around and I'll show you what I need to get done in the next 10 days, 12 days that we're here. Up first is the bathroom. So initially I had hoped to keep this super duper cute wallpaper. I guess absence makes the heart grow more decisive, maybe is a good word. It's not in great condition. It's really peeling up, especially around the showers. And I did try to re-glue it down, and in the end, it just looks bad. And I don't think it's a great impression to the grad students that will want to rent from us. So I need to remove all of the wallpaper and then repair any damage to the walls, clean it all up. I plan to remove this mirror, replace it, replace that light fixture from 1984, 85. I have already painted the vanity. I just need to do some tweaking to the alignment of the doors and get the hardware on. And then last night I went to use the toilet and flushed, and water came spurting out the bottom. And what I think it is, the two bolts that hold the top tank to the toilet are extremely rusty looking. And I think the gasket itself, it's rubber, so like the thing that creates that water barrier is not good. So I'm hoping I can just get a kit to replace the bolts and the rubber gasket, and then I won't have to buy a new toilet. I do need to get a new toilet seat because it's really gross. Oh, and then I need to put the sliders back on. Not my favorite, but because they are definitely bolted into the tile, I don't want to have to deal with, so need to get the doors back on. So that is big project number one. Project number two, I created this really cool appliance garage situation and I need to finish it. So I need to get it all trimmed out. I need to get it caulked, sanded, the doors put on the top portion, and primed and painted. And then that leads into this ceiling portion here that there used to be cabinets that came down to right about there for that episode. And I never repaired the ceiling. Well, actually, that's not true. I have patched in like some of the, what do you call this stuff? I've patched in the holes and it just needs to be sanded. I did remove some wallpaper border here, but clearly that's a job that needs to be continued. Same thing with this wall here. The walls here are super textured, so I came in and just kind of textured it, but it needs to be sanded, primed, painted. Yeah. And then also I'm going to be changing out all the outlets and sockets in this main area as well. And project number three, while we're here, and I've already started to move some stuff around out here, but the washing machine, not working anymore. Connected with a repair person and they're like, yeah, if it's this thing, because we sent him a video of it, what it does. He's like, yeah, it's basically the cost of a new washing machine. So, gonna probably need to do that. I have disconnected the dryer because I wanted to clean out the vent, suction out the vent. So this is project number 3. I'm going to remove that shelf. We're gonna do a nice priming and then repaint this section. Since the laundry room is in the garage, I at least want it to look cute. So we're basically gonna make this like little laundry section look cute. Paint the walls, do something with the floor, have to get a new washing machine, remove that shelf, create better storage, and have some sort of a shoe solution so that any shoes that aren't in their bedrooms can have a nice place in the garage. And that painting is going to basically extend down the length of this wall. That looks like garbage because there was also shelves and stuff all over this wall. So 3 projects, 3 pretty big projects. And then I always underestimate the amount of work also, I guess technically 4 projects. The Florida room, the Florida room through those doors. I need to finish painting all the paneling in there. It has 2 coats so far. It needs at least a third. And then get that staged and looking cute, because that'll be, I think, a nice place for people to be when it's winter here and it's a little cooler. And that's going to be a lovely room looking out on the beautiful backyard, aka gardens, that are pretty amazing. And I also have that as a job, but that's probably not happening on this trip. So I'm going to attempt to start to take this down with a stupid screwdriver. Now, I actually flew here from Fort Myers Airport to the Orlando Airport. It was a 28-minute flight. I got a flight for $39. Saves me 4.5 hours in the car on the drive here. The problem with that is the last time Claire came back to the house, she brought a couple of the drills that I had asked because I wanted to do something at the house. So now I don't have drills here, and because I flew, you can't fly with a drill. I would have had to have a checked bag. And I didn't want to do that because I was flying Southwest and I would have had to pay more to check my bag than the flight was. So we are probably going to be, or not probably, we're hoping to borrow a drill from one of her classmates. I think she's working on getting that after class today. And then I won't be over here creating manual labor. In the meantime, though, let's just get going. Ew, sticky.
I did order dishwasher and washing machine from the Home Depot, and they were scheduled to be delivered, which did happen. I had thought I scheduled a delivery install on both. Apparently I failed at the online and did not. And there's a whole fiasco that I won't even go into for the dishwasher, but suffice to say that I ended up having to call a plumber, and that happens later in the video. Washing machine, that did get installed.
Those are some big old waves compared to normal here.
Yeah, the water normally starts where that guy is standing. Because all of this is normally where people drive. Yep. And then this is
there's actually a lifeguard? Yikes. He's like, please don't make me have to go out and get you. Hurricane Erin is somewhere way out there.
Way out that way.
Yeah.
It's like all the way up by Carolina.
North of us now, but...
Removing the wallpaper isn't hard per se. It's just a very, very tedious and long process. And then the steamer makes it hot and steamy, so then it gets hot and steamy in the bathroom. I put this on like 5 times sped up, and it's still not done in this segment.
I hung up that shelf there, and I put it there because it was too long to put over in the laundry nook area. I had the bright idea this morning that what if I cut off the little nubbins off the ends of the shelf? Can you see me? Cut off the ends of the shelf, and then where these brackets are on the bottoms, like end to end. That fits perfectly over in my laundry nook. So that's what we're gonna do. It's okay that I just, created holes here. It's fine, it doesn't matter. I can just repatch. So I wanna get this down and I wanna cut it before, hopefully, the guys get here. I also have a client call at 11. I have prepped already for it. So we should be good to go there. I just need to make sure I'm in the house, set up. Of course, that's probably when my delivery will arrive. So we'll just be prepared for that. It's fine. I only put these in with 2 cabinet screws anyway, so it's not like it's a huge, and I still even have the same bit in here, so that's nice. Oh my gosh. Also, this is oh my god, I can't do left-handed. Do you know how frustrating it is to be so right-handed? There we go. Oh my gosh, hi. Come over the wall. I should have started on this side, Oh my gosh. It is crazy how hot it is out here. Ow. Oh my god, it was embarrassing how ridiculously hard that was. I just shut my coffee off. Whew. Let's get this shing cut. I should probably get my T-square too. This was just basically somebody at one point made, this was a 2x6, or sorry, 1x6 anyway, because it's literally just screwed onto these brackets. So here's what we're doing. We're just cutting off, literally just slicing off the ends. Now, the thing that kind of bites the big one is that I need it hanging off the edge because of the back bracket thing. Yeah, so, oh, I also had a good idea, that's what I was gonna say, for painting something on the wall. It actually kind of reminds me of my old house when I finished my basement. When I finished my basement on a very, very, very non-existent type budget. Anyway, I did like a really cool Sharpie marker pattern on the wall. I'm contemplating doing that again. Okay, that call was the Home Depot delivery people. So now I'm set up in the way, of course. Why would it? I guess the nice thing about that is they're gonna be here and I can see if it gets all set up correctly. To be honest, I'm a little nervous about the dishwasher because we do have slightly older plumbing hooks under there, which is why I'm having them install it, because I, quite frankly, wasn't sure if I could handle the stuff. So, wish us luck that they actually install it. I'm just gonna play dumb girl. It's happening! Yay!
After calling Home Depot to get the install plumber scheduled, they scheduled it. Then day of scheduling, I had no call, no email, call them, only for them to say that I never had an install, so they just canceled the appointment that they themselves made. Ugh. So I ended up calling a plumber. That's a little more detail on I wasn't going to share all the detail, but.
So I have started priming cabinetry to go up here, and I had a really great idea last night. I know, whenever I say that, that just means more work for me. Oh, and I got all of the laundry caught up. Take a look at this. She's got a whole bunch of like exercisey clothes. Don't mind the clean, folded, clean, and the drying rack full of clean stuff. Anyway, funny to me. So, what I gotta do today is I need to move the dryer over there. It's gonna be awesome to try to get it to dry in this humidity, clearly with the rain, and do another coat of my paint on here. I don't want to spray it over here because I don't want it to get on the new washing machine. And also I need access to the wall to do my great idea.
have, for the most part, taped that whole section. In order to get crisper lines, I took the primer and went over the edges of the tape. I'm not going for perfection, obviously, but I also don't want to have to spend a ton of time doing touch-ups to like huge color bleed. So we gotta wait for that to dry. It is very humid out here. I am not on camera because I am pouring a sweat. Not that that stopped me before, but whatever. So let's wait for this to dry and proceed. Thankfully, I guess, I had to take that off because I could steam all the wallpaper behind. Here's...
What are these for?
I don't know. Up next, put the toilet back on.
I'm donating whatever the fuck this filter thing.
Well, as you can imagine, this was super fun. I did have Claire come help me. We had to hold this down while holding those bolts and then screwing from underneath the nuts. I put some water in there. I have had no leaks. I just reconnected the water and we're about to turn the water on. So, also, good job leveling the tank, Adrian. Alrighty, everybody, get ready to cry. No water. No water. No leaking. No leaking. Oh, the resin's already ready to contact the cameras. It's already filled up. We're coming up. Okay. Holding water. Holding water. No air bubbles. Okay, ready? I realize this is an old school one where it has like a lot of water, but it's fine, guys. I'm not resetting this toilet. If you watched the previous one, I literally had to chisel, not caulk, grout. They grouted the thing in place, so yeah. If I don't have to, I'm not going to. Oh my gosh, I think we're not counting our chickens before they hatch, everybody. But I think they might have hatched. Now I just gotta clean the bowl and get a new toilet seat. I did get a new toilet seat, but it was white, not this kind of almond color, this. And it looked horrible, so I gotta get one. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. I might be actually using the toilet today instead of having to go all the way across the house. And now to clean up my mess. There's the tank top, made a huge mess. Had to replace those tiles. I love that the super duper old washing machine has never had the plastic removed from the controls. So it's gonna be like brand new. That's pretty fun, huh? I'm not gonna tell you about the incredibly embarrassing number of times that I tried it with Claire's assistance as well to hang that cabinet. We could not find a stud. The stud finder is like the battery's almost gone. The knocking on the wall trick didn't work. It's like, it was embarrassing. And on the one hand, it would have been funny to get on camera because we were just literally both sweating. Oops, sorry, sweating and crying with laughter at the situation. But on the other hand, it wasn't funny. So, well, this is a little less satisfying than I was anticipating it being. Also, I don't know why one is white and one is almond colored. Still clean a little bit in here, it looks like. We are trimmed and ready for caulk and then primer. I did not film the process of this because it was literally just cutting all of the leftover trim pieces from when I took down the cabinets in the house and kind of Frankensteining them together. But once they're all caulked, sanded, primed, and painted, you won't notice. I do have to get that wallpaper glue down. Fun. And then over on the other side, much the same. Oh, and I cut down a panel to put in there. But it's looking good, looking good. And now, many hours later, after doing a bunch of other stuff, including this, it is caulked, sort of sanded, I guess I would say, and primed. And it is about to make the transformation from a bunch of things to one really cute looking built-in appliance garage and dishes. Also, I did get the soffit, the rest of that cleaned off and primed, and then also primed under here. Not my best job. I didn't do a whole bunch of mudding and sanding, but it is fine. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to get the first coat of color on the cabinet, and it is going to be the cabinet color. Yay! And then the soffit will be painted the wall color, which is...
So I'm standing in front of a lovely way to spend some dollars. Our new washing machine works great, connected. Samsung, I think it was originally $800. I got it for, I don't know, just under $500. Pretty pleased so far with this guy. And then the water heater was here, but the plumber removed the timer that caused our water to not heat properly because the timer was broken. He also told me that I did not have a pressure release valve on this particular water heater. So we put a very beautiful expansion tank on. And then he also did a drain pan on the floor because the water heater was sitting directly on concrete, and in Florida, that's not good because of the moisture. I'm literally just sweating right now. That's whatever. Anyway, because of the moisture, and it was causing it to start to rust. He did originally have a much smaller pan on here. It was made look like it was aluminum, but when he went to put the water heater on it, he crunched it because it's heavy, and then he switched it to this big black ugly thing. So I guess that's it. So we're gonna leave the end of this episode. Dishwasher is a fiasco. I will probably go in and have myself a little beverage. We'll to be continue that, but yeah, this was, what is today, Wednesday? 1 week's worth of work. I still have 3 more days to get a shit ton done. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next episode. Bye.